Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we are going to talk about two luxury releases. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to talk about the Gucci Luminous Matte Beauty Blushes and about the Chanel Tweed Eye Palettes. And we're doing a kind of, you might wonder, why didn't I give them their own reviews? I normally would. Yeah, it's true. But you know, on this channel here, we focus on high-end and luxury makeup. And some of the luxury releases baffle me. They come out in certain places weeks before others, and the market gets completely oversaturated with reviews. And sometimes I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't even want to see my own review on this. I've seen so many. So at this point, I just kind of, when that happens, what I'll do is I will just buy one or two shades. So I've got two of the Gucci blush shades, lightest and darkest, and I picked up one of the Chanel Tweeds. And I figure so many of you probably have yours already that we can all, just as a community, chat about what we think and make this more of a conversational video than some sort of first impression, because we've all had about 70 impressions already. These have really oversaturated the market and been quite overhyped. Is that the right word? I don't know. Let's talk about them and see what we all think. I really hope this generates some conversation among our community members here. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start with this lovely Gucci Luminous Matte Beauty Blushes. These come in 6 shades and they are $49 each. Funnily enough, and you'll see some swatches in 2 different lightings, I decided to pick up the lightest shade, shade 1, and the darkest shade, shade 6. So we can imagine everything in between, but I just thought I would figure those out. Typical of Gucci, as we guessed. It's got that Gucci perfumey scent. It does disappear, but it does hit ya when you open it up. These guys are buildable and ultra thin, matte, as the name says, but they include hyaluronic acid, shea butter, black rose oil. Black rose oil. What? I gotta look that up. I know rose oil and rose hip oil, black rose oil. Anyway, they contain black rose oil, and they are in a very pretty little compact. You know what's interesting about these? When they photograph, and boy have I seen them photographed everywhere, they look so big. But look, again, I have a tiny little hand. I'm kind of a small little person. And look at that. That's a little tiny little blush. I don't know why I picture this huge pan like everything is as big as the Charlotte Tilbury pans, you know. So we're going to look at those swatch in a moment, and we are going to try on both in a demo. And the other thing, of course, is the lovely Chanel Tweed eyeshadow palettes, which I was oversaturated with as well. These guys are $88. Woo! They're $88 each, yeah. And they are limited edition. Of course, they come in 4 different shades, or 4 different color stories. And I bought the purple one, which is the Pourpre in French, in my butchering of my French. And it's the purpley one, and we're going to look at that too. It's a really gentle eye shade. What I want to do is I want to look at them, swatch them, I'm going to try it on, and then I want to come back and talk about some of these luxury releases. What did you buy? What did you not buy? What do you think of the prices? A lot of people are appalled by them. I don't think the luxury brands care, really. You know, they're luxury and they'll do what they do. I still have a slightly imbalanced blush because we're going to try them both on. Looks like I didn't quite fix them up. Shh, pretend that I fixed them and evened them out. Just pretend. The Chanel, of course, comes in this cute little tweed casing meant to look like a mini Chanel suit. I would have worn my Chanel suit, but it's at the dry cleaners. I don't have one. I don't have one, but it sounds good. This little tweed, you know, as I've swatched it and stuff, it's kind of wearing away, which makes me really sad. And it does beg the question, is Chanel just getting us with the cool packaging lately? I mean, hey, nothing wrong with gimmicky cool packaging, and everyone loves a Chanel tweed, but I don't know. It's an interesting question. All right, let's take a look at this first in studio lighting. I swatched them a little differently today, I don't know. Across the top we have our eyeshadow palette, and then across the bottom we have the lightest blush shade and then the darkest blush shade. That's obvious which is which there, and that is in studio lighting. And then you know how I feel, that if you really want to see the way something looks, you take it outside into natural lighting. So come outside with me into the hot California sunshine and take a look at them on my arm. It is so warm outside. What is the temperature where you are at? In the Southwest here in the United States, we are scorching. It is warm, let me tell you. We have power flex and the electricity goes out and everybody, they want you not to charge your electric cars if you have them. My electric car is with my Chanel suit. Non-existent. So I don't have to worry about that. But at any rate, you know, it is quite the time right now in terms of the heat, but hopefully it will break soon before it breaks all of us, let me tell you. Okay, now I want to go and try all this on, and then as a community I want to talk about it. I'm guessing you guys have tried this or seen so many reviews that you're here, and you can tell me that too. You can say, stop, Rebecca, we've seen enough, or you can, so many of you have been so kind and DM'd me and said, no, we still want to see what you think. You're so nice. So let's take a look at the demo and then talk about what we think. Okay, let's make some magic. Or what's going to constitute magic in this video. And we are going to start with our pretty little purple palette here and see what we can do. I have some Sonia G brushes out, and already, why do they include these? I mean, I guess for travel. I'm not even going to use those little included brushes for travel, to be honest. Okay, we are going to start here. You know, it looks like when I swatched them, I'm already taking that imprinted tweed. It goes pretty low, but it's not low enough, so I'm already kind of taking it off. Let's just see if it's a pretty palette. I mean, it seems to be a gentle little thing. This is the Lotus brush from Sonia G, if you're wondering. And I'm going to go into the inside here too. We're going to do one of my super quick looks, and then we'll do the blushes, which are going to be lopsided, but that's okay. Same brush, and down here to this side of the palette. And this will be a very gentle eye look, which I love gentle eye looks. If I am not on camera, you guys, I'm very rarely in eyeshadow. Can you believe it? And if I am, it's a look like this. Very light and very gentle. I'm not really big into heavy eye looks. Same shade with a pencil brush. This is the same brush, by the way, that I used on the red NARS lipstick the other day. I told you guys they wash out really well, and I wasn't kidding. There's not a hint of the redness on it. And now that I have washed it, it's just a Sonia G brush. Okay. Pretty. So far, very gentle. Okay, now let's go up here to the top left. Same brush, guys, same brush. And I am just putting this over the whole eye. Why am I using the same brush? Why not? I'm layering them anyway, so I don't care if they're layered on the brush, so to speak. I'm not tainting it, okay? And then into our darkest of the purples, just for the outer corner. And then I'm going to take that same pencil brush, so this is a two brush look, and just run it under this part of the eye. Okay, I have a very hooded eye, so I'm going to try to go up just a little bit on this eye, just so things are matching when I look straight ahead. Ooh, very pretty. Very, very, very pretty. Let me get some mascara on so that's finished, and then we're going to do an imbalanced cheek look. I guess everything's always imbalanced over here, but literally. Here's the eye look finished, and I'm not mad at it. This is something very subtle that I would wear every day, and I do like the collector's feel to the tweed. So I actually think that's very pretty, and I'm quite pleased that I just bought the one look that I would use. Let's look at these Gucci blushes if I could get past the scent. It's not a scent I prefer, but as you know, I bought the lightest and the darkest. Why not? And we're going to start with a rougher number 19 brush for this lightest shade right here, which is the shade number 1. And what I will do, you guys, is just really overdo it. I'm not even tapping off the brush, because being the lightest shade, I would like for you guys to be able to really see the color. So please do not think that I will go out this blushed up. I actually saw someone in a restaurant earlier today, you guys, with the brightest pink blush. Too much of it. Just, it was almost where you wanted to go, gah! And then I thought, you know what? She looks joyous and cheerful. I liked it. And I wanted to go compliment her. I didn't. I was with my daughter, who would have been embarrassed that I was talking to strangers. It was definitely different. It was too much. It was more than this. But it was cheerful and joyous. And she was like sunshine. And so I am capturing the spirit of this lady that I saw out this morning. Thought she was joyous and happy How could you be unhappy with this much blush on? So this is the lightest shade, and I used the rougher number 19. Let's switch to one of my favorites, the rougher number 5, and to the darkest, which I better be very careful on my skin tone, because this one is going to get pretty dark pretty quick. So I am tapping off the brush on this one, the darkest shade. Okay. And I will look imbalanced and lopsided, but that's okay. We're just looking at 2 different shades here. This shade, the number 1 shade, worn a little bit darker, definitely goes with the eye look. This shade over here might be a tad bit heavy for this eye look, but maybe in the evening. Oop. I love my rougher number 5, but sometimes it sheds because I am not kind to my rougher brushes. I really use them like workhorses, and I'm not nice to them. Okay, this is definitely overdone for the camera. I know it's not necessarily a flattering look, and I got a little close to the nose. Oops. But you guys, I just want you to see the shade. And obviously, I'll fix this up for my intro. I just want you to see the different shades here, from the darkest Gucci to the lightest. A little bit over applied on that side. This side too. What do you think? So as far as the blushes go, I mean, they're nice. They're really nice, I've kept away from reviews. So I don't know what others are saying. They are scented. The scent goes away. They are a very pretty matte blush, of which I have millions that I could have grabbed quicker and cheaper. The Chanel, I actually think if you are kind of a collectorish type like I am, you'll like it. The tweed is fun. It looks like it's going to wear off, but it's fun. And this very gentle eye look is just extremely me. And it's a really pretty light purple that works with my green eyes. So I do not regret the Chanel purchase at all. If I had all 4 of the Chanels, I might regret it. And in terms of the blushes, very pretty, but so what? Guys know, Gucci does not tend to impress me with their makeup. Come for me if you want to. I'm just saying. Okay, let me know what your thoughts are. Which of the Chanel did you buy? So many of you already have this stuff. You know, I'm a little late on this review, and I'm treating it just kind of as a let's chat about these items. What do you think in terms of the pricing of the Chanel, of the Gucci? Do you love it? Is there maybe a shade within the Gucci blush that you couldn't have gone anywhere else, so you're thrilled to have it? You know, I have a lot of questions, so I just kind of want to know what you guys think. Let me know, please, in comments below. You know, we have all sorts of opportunities going on here. I'd love for you guys to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, but you know, and I would love to see you guys over there, but you know, my main thing is YouTube. It really is, and I love having you guys here, and so many of you have used the super thanks button. If I haven't thanked you, it means you either didn't give me permission to thank you, or I somehow didn't even see. I would never not thank people that are giving on super thanks. Hit me up if I haven't thanked you. It means I didn't see it, and I promise you I'm embarrassed about that. Also, we do have, now you can join and become a member. I'm going to be doing some membership-only lives and just fun back behind the scenes stuff. But like I always say, I love you guys being involved any way that you are involved, and how I communicate with my community will never change. I adore you guys. So definitely comment below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, it costs you nothing. And I would love to have you. Helps us build the channel. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.